In January 2012, Alan Pardew signed Papiss Cisse from SC Freiburg for £9 million. A promising forward who at the time had scored 37 goals in 65 appearances for the German club. But his adaptation to the Premier League was unprecedented, hitting the ground running, scoring 13 goals in his first 14 games for the Magpies. Each goal was looking better than the last, with his sensational tally eclipsing at Stamford Bridge, scoring one of the greatest goals the Premier League has ever seen. His important goals led Newcastle back to European football for the first time in 6 years. At the time, he seemed destined for greatness, but is now regarded as a one-season wonder, which begs the question, whatever happened to Papiss Cisse? Despite having an impressive debut season in the Premier League, Cisse struggled to repeat the form he had in the following season, with him scoring his first goal nearly 5 months after that superb strike against Chelsea. But as Cisse was struggling to find the net, Newcastle was struggling in the league. With injuries to first team players such as Johan Cabaye and Hatem Ben Arfa, the success of the previous season seemed like a distant memory, with Newcastle falling into a relegation battle. This wasn't helped with Cisse's fellow countryman Demba Ba leaving for Chelsea in the January transfer window. It appeared that Newcastle's focus that season would be on a successful Europa League campaign. Here, Cisse would prove vital, scoring 4 goals in 10 matches. But the European dream ended at the hands of Benfica in the quarter-finals. Newcastle's miserable season ended in survival with a win against QPR on the penultimate game of the season, and Cisse managed to match his previous goal tally across all competitions, but he participated in 33 more games that season. However, his underwhelming season didn't keep him out of the spotlight. Cisse allegedly fell out with Newcastle over their new shirt sponsor, Wonga, a British payday loans company. Cisse citing religious moral reasons on account of him being a devout Muslim, with him taking a stance against financial exploitation. This was despite images of Cisse being later leaked of him being seen in a Newcastle casino. Ultimately, Cisse agreed to wear the new shirt sponsor, but Cisse would have an even worse season than the previous, only hitting the net twice in the league all season. And in April, his season ended in misery in a league game against Swansea with him breaking his kneecap. He would return in September for the 14-15 season and appeared to be reborn, hitting the ground running, reaching at one point a tally of 9 goals in just 14 games. But Cisse's season was marred with on-the-pitch controversy, with him elbowing Everton's Seamus Coleman in late December, which resulted in a 3-match ban. He would later then be given a 7-match ban for a spitting incident alongside Manchester United defender Johnny Evans, ending a promising season and a potential return to form. In the first home game of the 2015-16 season, Cisse scored against Southampton, but despite getting on the scoreboard, he was substituted in the second half for the club's new signing Aleksandar Mitrovic, and this would lead to Cisse eventually falling away from the Magpies starting 11, making way for Mitrovic as the preferred striker. Cisse would struggle for game time in a season which saw 3 managers at St James's Park, but these changes would eventually take its toll on Newcastle as they would be relegated from the Championship. Cisse, however, wouldn't follow them, as he would be sold to make way for the £10 million signing of Dwight Gale, who would later become an important player in Newcastle's promotion the following season. Cisse would eventually sign for Chinese club Shandong Lueng for a fee of £2.5 million. In his 2 seasons so far in China, he's achieved 16 goals in 33 appearances, a respectable feat for the Senegalese striker at the age of 33. But given the quality he showed in those first 14 games for Newcastle, one can only wonder, what would have happened if he had reached his potential?
Cisse! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!